Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total Warhammer II Battle Replay. This was a very silly one. It was a very silly one indeed. I was chatting to Professor Pone earlier, and he was saying he hasn't really seen a all-cab vampire army, basically ever. So, challenge accepted, frankly. So, front line, I have 4 Black Knights. As my general, I have Isabella von Carstein, mainly because you never see her, and this is all about showing stuff that's never really seen. So, go on, Isabella von Carstein, there we go, I got there in the end. And also a Vampire of Shadows. So basically I'm going to be using things like Enfeebling Foe and the Penundral Pendulum to hit a lot of the infantry, because Spearmen are going to be a problem. I'm against Avelorn, so going to see some Spearmen. So Pendulum will be really useful for taking out that kind of stuff. And Isabella, pretty good, you know, she's got a load of healing, she's got the Master of Beguilement like Vlad does, so she can debuff the enemy Lord, which is really cool. So pretty cool utility out of these two, really. I quite like them, and they're pretty damn good in melee, honestly. The vampires, they're pretty formidable. So, yeah, if you look, 60 melee attack, 35 melee defense, 110 armor on the steed there. Pretty good, you know, pretty formidable. 60 charge bonus as well. Well, there's no pushover, so quite like her. Yeah, definitely a lot better than they used to be. Also, I have the Claw and a Gash, basically because I wanted something that could slow stuff down, and I also wanted stuff that could heal me, because having 2 spellcasters, and neither of them being Manfred, I'm not going to have the Winds of Magic to stretch to using Invocation a heck a lot. I've brought it, because of course I have, you know, but ideally I want something else that can heal, and the Claw and a Gash, with its ability to slow things down as well, it'll help me get stuff out of the fight and back in again, because the Chilling Aura will stop things from being able to chase me. I also have 2 Blood Knights. That's my whole army. That's the whole thing. And if we have a look, I only have 273 units, which is pretty crazy, but only 601 on the opposing side. So what's he got? So here he's got some White Lions of Trace, he's got some Spearmen, he's got the Signs of Mathlan, and he's got some more Spearmen. He's also got the Everqueen's Court Guards and some more Sisters of Avelorn. So crazy heavy duty artillery here. He did have them all spread out, but seeing my army, he's yeah, he's containing, you know, this this area. He's gonna squish together and hopefully protect his archers a little bit better. So back here, though, this is where the really scary stuff is. So he's got Alarielle here, and Alarielle brilliant at healing elite things. That's what you want her for, right? She's just brilliant at healing. So you want to bring expensive stuff to make that healing worthwhile. So he's got 2 Dragon Princes and the Fireborn. Oh god, and yeah, fire and magic damage. There's so much stuff that's weak to fire and magic, you know, in the Vampire Count roster, but it doesn't matter. I didn't bring any of that stuff, so it's pretty great. Also helps, you know, the fire and damage, fire and magic from these guys. Again, doesn't matter, but they still hit like trucks, and that vampire is getting shot to pieces. So we're going to speed things up. So charges straight in with all these guys. I'm pulling back my Blood Knights, pulling these guys in, and getting my Claw and a Gash into position. You can see though I have suffered horribly. My vampire is getting hit a lot, but going to get this lovely pendulum here. So that's half the units dead on either side. So that's pretty wonderful. And now I'm going to get stuck in. Here, though, I'm going to have Isabella run up this way. Going to get these guys. Nice side charge here. I should have probably taken the time to send one right around an attack. And now this is where things get complicated. So I did actually get the Black Knights to get away from the Spearmen and charge into here. And, you know, pin these guys down a little bit more, but this is rough, honestly. This is tough. This stuff is getting healed up more than I can damage it. And with the Shield of Thorns here as well, plus 50% weapon damage when it's upgraded, that's pretty horrific. So I'm going to be suffering a lot of damage here. And as you can see, they've barely taken a scratch, despite all of this. Over here, you can see I did manage to get my Vampire Shadows through the front line and into the Sisters of Avelorn. I need to stop these guys firing. I pulled back some of my Black Knights, but I need to just charge them in. I need to shut this stuff down so quickly, because they will just kill everything in here. So I need to shut this stuff down, frankly. So here you can see I've almost got rid of this unit, which is good. Another unit going, though. That's pretty rough. Here, though, I haven't really taken too much damage either, thanks to my Claw and a Gash. But you can see the Dragon Princes here, very healthy, and this flank is now completely exposed, so I don't have, you know, the bonus of attacking them in the rear anymore. So I just have my Blood Knights holding out here. Isabella, she's taking some damage against Alarielle, and as you can see, all the Spearmen have charged in, which is really bad. So I'm actually going to Claw and a Gash to attack the Spearmen, because I got anti-infantry, hopefully they can get some good damage in. You can see all this stuff is being slowed down quite a bit by the Claw and a Gash. And it's great they tried to pull out, because I actually pulled my cavalry a little bit further away from the Spearmen. But I'm going to try and pull back and back in again, because they're slowed down. I can cycle charge a bit. So they're all kind of on my heels though still, and that was a bit of a crap charge, so it's not foolproof. Over here though, Black Knights that pulled through here, I've had to try and pull them out and escape, but it's not going great. I think one of these units does make it round here for a rear charge, just to try and help break this stuff. Leadership is starting to be a problem for them, so that's something. Over here, though, my Vampire Shadows is getting so bogged down. I need her on these archers. I just need to get onto these archers. So it's pretty rough, all things considered. So Blood Knights there looking incredibly damaged. It is not good for them at all. These Blood Knights holding on a bit better, but there's still these Spearmen here. And they're fighting Isabella as well, and still so many Blood Knights. It's pretty horrific. And here, they've started firing again. I need to get this Vampire through to get into this stuff. But it's pretty handy, because all of this stuff is just trying to fight off a single Vampire. So it doesn't get to these guys. So anyway, Blood Knights charge back in. Bit of a pathetic charge, truth be told. And now more Spearmen are coming. But I do get a zombie summon. So this is going to delay this stuff and actually get a bit in the way of the Spearmen, so it lets my Vampire get through as well. So that's great. So I'm going to send the Vampire on the healthier unit and this one on this unit. So charging in, these guys are not firing. It's giving me some respite. So now the Blood Knights will be able to heal. Unfortunately, the Star of Avelorn and Earthblood has been procced, so these Dragon Princes getting all their health back. This one, though, nearly on its healing cap. And this one, you can see it. That one, you can see it now. So this stuff, it won't be able to get through much more healing, you know. Damage is going to start being permanent. Unfortunately, my Blood Knights are so damaged. This is really bad. It is really not good. Luckily, though, these guys got to be tired by now, right? Yeah, they're very tired, so the stats are going to be a lot lower. And here, I do get another nice charge into the back here with my Blood Knights. I do use Red Fury on them, which is another nice thing that Isabella has. So buffing stats, quite a lot there. 91 charge bonus it gives them. And you can see, these guys, with their healing cap reached, their health is dropping suddenly really quickly, especially because of that rear charge. That's wonderful. And here the Claw and Gash is actually able to heal through any of the damage it's taken from the Spearman, and it is doing a fair bit of damage to this stuff. At the moment, only 24 kills, but that's going to keep going up, you know, once this stuff hits the point where their models don't have much health left, the models are just going to drop like flies. So I just need to hit that critical mass, you know, that equilibrium. Probably not equilibrium, probably critical mass. That's probably the better name for it. Anyway, so here, Vampire Shadows. I've used her buffs just to try and kill this stuff quicker. I've got to kill this stuff. And here, I'm once again pulling out the Blood Knights. I only have 8 left in that unit. In the other unit, I still have 20, but they're very damaged. But they've got such a big amount of time to go with their healing cap. They can get so much more health. But they have rallied, so that's something. So they will be getting healing from the Claw and Gash. Hopefully, they can stay in this fight a little bit longer. So here, Blood Knights, Dragon Princes are starting to run away. I'm really in the thick of things here. These Everqueen's Court Guard are really struggling. But now these guys do have another buff to their melee attack, which is very uncomfortable for me. And Isabella is actually really struggling against Alarielle here. So another charge, and I managed to break these Blood Knights. And the Everqueen's Court Guard have got really caught up in here as well. All that is left is the Fireborn with 15 models. They're on their healing cap, so they're going to be done. Actually, they're not quite on the healing cap, but they've only got 400 health left. So, and now they're broken. They should be taking a ton of damage. That should be pretty great for me. But still a load of white lions here. A lot of healthy white lions. Alarielle has barely been touched. So that's not good. So I'm trying to get on top of her now with my 2 vampires, my 2 vampiresses, and the Claw and Gash, just trying to get some damage in there. And I'm just basically cycle charging the white lions to keep them out of the way, so I'm not attacking them by accident. But Isabella needs to get out of here. I'm going to path her out, because she is not doing well in this fight. In the duel against Alarielle, she is not working out. So this is bad. If I lose her, I could, yeah, my Blood Knights are going to go for a start. Oh god, well, one's just crumbled, and I have one left with 10 models, only 600 health. Ooh, it's not looking good. But I am near my healing cap, so really I probably should have just sat them here for a little while and let them heal. But I am actually going to have to charge them over here, because the Fireborn are coming back, along with, there's archers over there too, and Dragon Princes, a lot of Dragon Princes, so I need to break these units. I need to hit them before they can hit me, and hopefully I can break one before the next lot come in. Hopefully I can deal with this stuff. Hopefully. Over here, though, suddenly, 127 kills for the Claw and Gash. That's right, this stuff is hit critical mass. You can see a load of models, but very few hit points. That's because, basically, yeah, they're all hanging on by a thread. So now they are just getting sapped and killed. They are being killed to bits. 168 kills now for the Claw and Gash, because suddenly they are at too low health, and they all just started dying. They all just started keeling over every time that tick hit. So now Isabella on a healing cap, my Vampire on a healing cap, and I'm just trying to deal with Alarielle here. And at this point, he decides he can't hang on. His Dragon Knights are about to run away, and I still had too much power here, focusing down with Alarielle without any distractions. Yeah, she would have gone down. He might have been able to take out something with him, but yeah, he didn't feel the need to stick around. But that was a bit ridiculous. I was very surprised, honestly. As soon as I saw his army and those knights charging in, you know, I was like, oh great, only spearmen and knights. I'm doomed. But somehow I held out there. Just having the Blood Knights with the support of the Chlorina Gash. The Chlorina Gash didn't really get hit much because, you know, it's surrounded by knights, so it couldn't really take too much damage, so it just stayed there and constantly sapped away at all of his infantry, and so I was able to kill all of his infantry just with the Chlorina Gash. I wish I'd, you know, done it a little bit sooner. That would have been nice, because frankly, yeah, they were a bit of a pain, honestly, and the just a huge amount of healing on the Blood Knights. Sorry, not the Blood Knights. I keep calling them Blood Knights, the Dragon Princes. Mine are the Blood Knights, anyway. Huge amount of healing on these guys. You can see they did a fine job. 88, 189 kills. A lot of that is because I kept summoning zombies right on top of them. But still, they were tough. I mean, they managed to get through my Blood Knights eventually. But this is pretty damn cost effective. I mean, the Black Knights basically did nothing. To be honest, they did a pretty poor job. That one unit that got into the back, yeah, helped a bit. But with the charge defense, these guys just shrugged off all the damage from the Black Knights. It was a bit of a waste. But it's fun. You know, it's all cav. It's always worthwhile. But they did delay the infantry enough. But the main delay for the infantry, honestly, was just that one vampire. They were trying to hunt her down so badly because that vampire was terrorizing all the archers. And these archers could have got a lot of work done had I not constantly kept pressure on them. So that wrapped up most of his army for quite some time, and it let me deal with the Dragon Princes, eventually. But it's definitely a tough one. I was really surprised I managed to pull it out at the end there, but my army just managed to hang on a little bit longer than theirs. So it's tough to tell when, you know, everything's constantly healing. It's hard really to tell who's winning a fight until the end, so it's pretty amazing. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did. It was just ridiculous. I'm very surprised by the result. But yeah, well played, Pryzarch. That was, yeah, really cool army, actually. I think a bit risky against vampire counts, having, you know, such elite archers. But, you know, they can get a hell of a lot of work done if you can, you know, get some good clean shots off at things. But the amount of zombie summons and things that you're going to have to, you know, deal with, it does make it pretty difficult. So I'm not sure. I think it might be a bit too much, you know, archers there. But, it seemed to work out alright. I mean, it kept me busy for a while. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.